Hi, my name is Evan Nygaard. I'm a senior at the Bellevue International School, and I'm also a Gold Palm Eagle Scout. And this is my senior project closure, a Rain Gutter Regatta. So in order to get to this phase, the evaluation of all my learning, I've had to take some lessons and learn about hull design and hydrodynamics. The best place that I knew how to do this was the Center for Wooden Boats in downtown Seattle. And there I took a class on half model making, where I learned about hull design and woodworking at the same time. Before I could teach lessons and be involved, I had to do more research about hull design and the history of it. And I did some online research, as well as research through the King County Library System. During this time, I also put together PowerPoint presentations and lesson plans. I then taught my lessons to 3 groups of people for a total of 9 lessons. And then I have my evaluation phase, which is the preparation that it took to put all this together for the Rain Gutter Regatta. Also for my senior project, I've had to write 2 papers. The exploratory essay, which was about the expansion of the Panama Canal and its controversies over the expansion. The position paper was taking one of the sides of the controversy and explaining why that is the best option in the controversy and providing counter-arguments to refute the others. So overall, I've had to put in over a year of work into this project. I've had to set meticulous goals, including how to be professional and how to anticipate and solve problems in an effective manner. I've also had to be involved in my community. I decided to do this by being involved with the Cub Scouts, and I also needed to take a leadership position, and so I decided to teach the Cub Scouts about hydrodynamics and hull design through my lessons and then host this regatta. Obviously, problems arise, and we've had to solve them throughout. So the lessons that I taught, first of all, I taught to multiple dens. I taught to 3 total dens, and the next 3 lessons that actually I'm going to show you part of were taught 3 different times, so 3 times 3 is 9. Taught 9 total lessons. The first lesson was planing hulls versus displacement hulls and their importance. The second lesson was the importance of pontoons and chines. And after each of these 2 lessons, I had the Cub Scouts carve their own soap hulls in order to fully learn what was going on with the hull shape and have a visual for themselves that they had made. Next, for the 3rd and final lesson, I had them carve their wood hulls that they would use for the Rain Gutter Regatta, and that way they would be prepared for when the Rain Gutter Regatta came and they could culminate their learning. So this is actually from the actual lesson that I taught on displacement and planing hulls. Displacement hulls themselves are usually found on big boats. They're meant for stability and cargo space, so actually they don't really go fast, and most of the boat is underwater. Planing hulls. Some of the boats that you see here move on top of the water more than through it. For example, on the left you have a jet ski. Jet skis skim on top of the water. Some are meant to cut through the water. The one on the right is a speedboat, and the sharp front of the boat cuts through the water, and the front of it has enough lift that it attempts to skim over the water. However, because of its weight, it generally doesn't attain that, but you can tell it's trying to by its lift. Catamarans. Catamarans are boats where pontoons are the main hulls or underwater structure for the boat. As you can see by the 3 examples, they lift the boat out of the water, and because of that, they minimize wave slap, so the ride is much more smooth and comfortable. Chines are formed when 2 surfaces collide to form an edge, They can be hard or soft, hard being sharp angles and soft being more rounded. The more chines you have, especially of the hard type, the more smooth and round the hull was. So the lessons I learned while teaching these kids and planning for the Rain Gutter Regatta is that kids are harder to teach than I thought, honestly. And while doing the actual event, the sail location and its stretch was also a factor that I did not anticipate for how fast the boats would go, instead of everything being based on their hull design. And the third thing that I learned is that planning an event like this is a lot of work. And now I can respect event planners a lot more than I used to. I would like to thank you for coming to my closure, and I look forward to reading your evaluation.